The runtimes keep getting shorter, and the ratings keep getting lower. If I walked in on this, I would think I was in the wrong theater. This one is a weird movie. Home Alone is one of those Christmas movie series that is loved by many. In the early 90s, everyone fell in love with Macaulay Culkin, even if no one knew how to spell his name. Which is why in 1998, when they introduced a new kid, everyone hated him. What do you mean Macaulay Culkin isn't an immortal child? What do you mean he outgrew his role and now has a beautiful, adorable family with Brenda Song? So today I'm setting out to figure out one thing. Did the Home Alone movies actually get worse? Actually, before that, did you know that they made more than like 1 or 2? Or are we all just blinded by nostalgia? They made 2 with Macaulay Culkin and then 4 more with different kids. The most recent being 2021.
We need a W, Pam. A win?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I mean, judging by how identical they made all the movie posters, it worries me that they're gonna try too hard to cash out on that Home Alone nostalgia and just completely fail and fall flat on its face. I feel like doing this sets up your movie for failure and harsh comparisons, even if the movie isn't that bad on its own. I'm gonna summarize the movies some, but don't worry, this isn't Snopes. We're gonna actually talk about the movies too. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump in. Home Alone 1 is your classic vanilla Home Alone. Also, I'm kind of going for like that 90s mom vibe with the hair, so I just wanted that to be known, really. Kevin McAllister is one of the 14 kids or something of this rich family in Chicago. You don't need to know any of them except Kevin's brother Buzz.
Don't you know how to knock phlegm wad?
And they're all going to France for Christmas. Joe Pesci plays one of the villains here, and he's checking out all the houses in the neighborhood, pretending to be a cop checking on the homes, but he's really just looking for houses to rob while they're gone. And their parents are nowhere to be seen.
All kids, no parents. Probably a fancy orphanage.
Joe Pesci's perfect in this role. Also, off the bat, everyone is mean to Kevin.
The dope was whining about a suitcase. What am I supposed to do? Shake his hand and say, congratulations, you're an idiot?
I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass.
You're what the French call les incompetents.
And when he lashes out, he's the one who gets punished.
Look what you did, you little jerk!
He yells at his mom that everyone treats him so poorly and that he never wants to see any of them again, and his mom basically says, be careful what you wish for. There's a power outage overnight, so the alarm clocks never go off, so everyone's now late for the flight shuttles. The kid from across the street comes over to be annoying and messes up the head count, and they leave to France without Kevin. I love this scene where Kevin gets up and goes downstairs, it being particularly quiet, turning on and off the TV again to then be like,
Mom?
Kevin believes he made his family disappear and just does whatever he wants.
I made my family disappear.
And this stuff sets up what he's gonna use to mess with the burglars later. Like the BB gun and the Playboy magazine that he looks at and throws behind him.
No clothes on anybody. Sickening.
Marv and Harry, our main villains, try to break in because they think no one's home. Goofiness ensues, you know how it goes.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Meanwhile, in France, Kevin's mom is trying to fly back home, and the rest of the family is in Paris, and one of the kids goes,
We're here rotting in this apartment. Rotting in this apartment. Rotting in this apartment.
This comment would have sparked discussions on Twitter and TikTok in 1990. They'd have you believing that the McAllister family actually deserved to get robbed in a 3-minute TikTok about how their family wealth is actually traced back to exploitation of the working class. But then I could make another TikTok about how Kevin's mom is actually a trad wife, but then someone stitches a reply explaining how the Home Alone novelization actually explains further that Kevin's mom actually has a job working as a fashion designer, which plays into the traditional Barbie-esque roles of the household. Because of course she has to still be the main participator in the mothering of the household. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, eventually, Kevin catches the bad guys, they go to jail. It's a fun movie. It's a good time. I don't have many complaints about this movie. It's not a bad one. I know this rating is going to spark discussions in the comments, but my personal rating for Home Alone 1 is going to be A tier. It's not the best Christmas movie in my opinion, I'm sorry, but it's still a good time. It's your classic one. You're guaranteed to be in for a good time. But if you're not, because it gets interesting. As I cozied up to watch Home Alone 2, I made some cookies, lit a candle, and slipped on something a little more comfortable. A different pair of Bombas socks, because I was already wearing some. This holiday season, surprise your loved ones, or even yourself, with premium, comfort-focused socks that actually last thanks to Bombas, the sponsor of today's Cozy Movie Marathon. These socks make me feel like someone is consensually hugging my feet in the most normal way that you can picture that. I love combining Bombas socks with Bombas slippers for level 10 comfort, and it feels extra good because one purchased equals one donated to someone experiencing homelessness. Bombas makes the top 3 requested clothing items in homeless shelters: socks, underwear, t-shirts, and they've already donated over 150 million of those items, and I love seeing that number go up. New customers, which could be you, get 20% off your first purchase using my link, bombas.com/Gabi, and use my code GABI20 to get 20% off your first purchase. Thank you, Bombas, for sponsoring this video, and now back to Home Alone. Home Alone 2 is my favorite Home Alone and always was. Actually, Home Alone 2 is my favorite Christmas movie, like in general. I've seen this movie at least a dozen times. I try to watch it every year. And it really hits the same beats as Home Alone 1, but upping the antics. The story is more involved, and it really brings that sense of adventure that I always really liked. This time, the family's going to Florida for Christmas, and what gets everyone mad at Kevin this time is Buzz bullying him and gets eruptive laughter. Pack it up, Buzz. It's not that funny. So Kevin pushes down the entire children's choir, yada yada. He wishes he was going to someplace cool for Christmas, like New York. And then she says,
well, you got your wish last year. Maybe you'll get it again this year.
Kevin was cooking with this one again. He was not wrong. This is 2 for 2. Buzz was just being an asshole. Like, Kevin's a good kid that just gets picked on and no one believes him, which we can't say for some of the future movies in this franchise. Power goes out, alarm clock not work, everyone rush. This time they make sure Kevin's in the damn car. Kevin has his dad's bag to look for batteries for his audio recorder. They get lost, he follows the wrong dad. Once you learn that Home Alone 1 and 2 and the first 2 Harry Potter movies were directed by the same guy and all had music by John Williams, you start to see so many similarities in how it's shot and like the general vibe. Also, low-key, the first 2 Harry Potter movies were Christmas movies too. Chris Columbus can only make Christmas movies. He can't help it. Kevin gets on the wrong plane, he blasts his headphones, not hearing the destination, and boom, baby, we're in New York. Yeah! My family's in Florida, and I'm in New York? Kevin finds himself at the Palace Hotel, and look, there's my favorite convicted president. The hoteliers are on to Kevin, but they're fucking creeps. This dude immediately notices a child and hangs up the phone to target him. Like, I never thought so deeply about how fucking creepy that is. Overall, this movie's really fun. I find that a lot of the comedy hits better for me in this movie than it does in the first one.
Kevin's not here.
What?
And Kevin actually does a lot of the fun stuff a kid would do in this scenario.
2 scoops, sir?
2, make it 3. I'm not driving.
There's just more villains in this one too. The hoteliers are trying to catch him because eventually they find out that the credit card got marked as stolen that he used to check into the hotel. His parents at airport security tracked the credit card, logically. And then the wet bandits from the last movie escaped from jail and are now the sticky bandits, thinking they can score bigger in New York instead of just house robberies.
Smell that? Yeah. You know what that is?
Fish.
It's freedom.
Harry and Marv target this toy store to rob because they're gonna be carrying the most cash on Christmas Eve and won't deposit it until after Christmas. But Kevin's also at this toy store and find out they're actually donating all of the money from today to the children's to the children's hospital down the street. He gets these cute turtle doves for being a sweet kid and donating money to the children's hospital, and this is important for later.
And you give the other one to a very special person.
But now the stakes are higher because when they run into each other, now the sticky bandits want to kill Kevin because of all the trouble he caused him last time and got him in jail and stuff. Marv reveals their big plan to rob the toy store. Big chase scene ensues, and this is a great chase scene with all the villains.
You've committed credit card fraud.
If you really think about it, the hotel guys are probably just trying to catch him to return him to his parents. But the way the movie frames them is so creepy. Like this guy immediately laying eyes on him before even knowing anything.
And find out everything you can about that young fella.
To deal with the hotel guys, this iconic scene with the movie Fake Out plays out.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Kevin meets the don't judge a book by its cover character, which is the pigeon lady in Central Park. Oh yeah, last movie it was his next door neighbor who was, I call him the salt guy. He just looked kind of scary and misjudged him, and then they had a nice chat at church, and then Kevin got motivated to catch the villains. So in this one, the pigeon lady kind of fills that role. Kevin sees the children's hospital and decides he's gonna stop the sticky bandit. And this time, since he doesn't have a house, his uncle Rob has traveled for Christmas, and his place is under construction, and he only knows he lives there because he had his dad's phone book, and he booby traps that house and lures them there after triggering the toy store alarm and snapping a photo evidence of them. And of course we get all the wackiness. Some of these stunts are actually fucking insane. Like after hitting Marv in the face with 5 different breaks in a row, he gets electrocuted by Kevin in the most brutal way. He should have fucking died. Well, that's just part of the Home Alone universe. The pigeon lady, just like the salt guy, comes to save Kevin when it all seems over and the bandits get caught. Kevin reunites with his mom at the biggest Christmas tree in the city because his mom knew he would be there. Everyone spends Christmas in New York because Florida wasn't that fun anyway. Kevin gives his other turtle dove to his new friend in a really heartwarming end, and that's the movie. I just feel like Home Alone 2 took everything that was awesome about Home Alone 1 and then made it even better. I think they really expanded upon the characters, the cast. Even if it hit some similar jokes, I still thought they were really funny. Home Alone 1 was really heartwarming, but Home Alone 2 really upped the silly, and I really like that. S tier, I'll be taking no questions. Now, we just watched the end of Home Alone 2 where Kevin's giving the other turtle dove to this lady, and it's really sweet. So, the dichotomy of opening Home Alone 3 and it opens on Hong Kong. What is going on, and how does this relate to some kid back in the States being home alone for Christmas? If I walked in on this, I would think I was in the wrong theater. So, China is doing some shady deals to get these advanced ass microchips from the US Air Force or something, and they're trying to smuggle it to America, I guess, in this RC car. Wrong. Upon rewatching, they went to California to get the microchip, and they were trying to smuggle it back to Hong Kong, I guess. In my defense, they explained this in the first 2 minutes of the movie and then never talk about it again. And now you see what's gonna happen. The bags get switched at the airport, so now our main villains have to try to get it back from this kid. They couldn't find the swapped bag at the airport, so they somehow deduce that it's in Chicago because that's the next plane that's leaving, I guess. So we're going to Chicago. Now, this movie put Matrix villains in Home Alone. I don't know, when did the Matrix come out? 1999? Oh, this came out 1 year before the Matrix came out. Did they know? They somehow find the street they live on from asking a random old guy and decide to break into every house on the street to find the toy car. Alex is our new kid this time and has the chicken pox. He's also barely home alone. He's like home alone for 6 hours a day during business hours only. But he keeps calling the police because he sees the bad guys breaking into his neighbors' houses, but they keep leaving before the cops get there. So he's gotta catch them himself. He figures out the pattern of where they're gonna break in next, so he tapes a video recorder to the top of the RC car to catch them in the act. Them chasing just the toy car goes on for a very long time. I paused after a while to take a break from the movie to go play Minecraft, and I realized I wasn't even halfway through the movie. So if you were a kid that really liked RC cars, this movie is awesome for you. So we're supposed to believe that this fetus with chickenpox goes against 4 Matrix villains that have gadgets and know how to do backflips. And at the end of the movie, when they get caught, the FBI even says that they've been trying to catch this guy for 7 years. But he's so good, he keeps slipping away.
7 years they've been after this guy.
Either the government is seriously inefficient, or this kid is smarter. either way, it's the former. I think what takes me out of this movie in particular is just that. The other scenarios in Home Alone were somewhat realistic. Sure, the stunts are absolutely ridiculous, but the scenarios make sense. I think where Home Alone 1 and 2 were made for kids and adults to enjoy, Home Alone 3 felt like it was just mostly made for kids, if that makes sense, which doesn't make it inherently bad. That's just the vibe I got. The magic of Home Alone 1 and 2 were that it was a kid's dream to be home alone when their parents were annoying them, or in New York for Christmas with infinite money, and then beating up stupid villains who want to break into your house in particular, or steal from a children's store / children's hospital. The motivation made sense. Even the villains with the kid had on-screen chemistry. No one is envying a kid with chicken pox protecting a US government microchip being talked down to condescendingly by the cops. Like, what even is this? Why didn't Alex just break the chip? You bend any of those pins and it's unusable. It's immediately useless to the villains. They have no reason to go chase you now. Also, there's absolutely no reason for these dudes to be creeping around the neighborhood in various disguises if they're just gonna break into the houses. Also, where are they even from? There's one American woman, an American dude, some scary guy with an accent, and another guy, I think. They're all just kind of forgettable characters that are written to be more stoic like Matrix bad guys, and that sets up some funny comedy in contrast to their personalities, but it just doesn't hit for me. We get to know Marv and Harry's personalities as kind of these scuffed up, failed villains who are just bad at their jobs, like they're pretty low-level burglars. It's at least more believable in this universe than 4 villains who are working with North Korean terrorists. Yep, that's right. When the FBI finally gets a call from Alex, who found the microchip in the toy car and called the Chicago division of the US Air Force, the FBI shows up at their school and explains that Alex is in danger, like right now, and instead of hurrying to go, Scarlett Johansson here, she plays the sister, shuts the door on them and forces them to explain in more detail what's going on. Like this isn't an urgent situation. And that's when he explains that these guys are working with North Korean terrorists.
Top secret electronic device stolen from a Defense Department contractor by a group of international criminals working for a North Korean terrorist organization.
So why were they doing a deal in Hong Kong, China? Who are these guys? Where are they from? What are their ethnicities? Why are they working? Why? What is going on? Overall, Home Alone, but he struggles to actually be home alone, is still a fun movie. It's still enjoyable, and the physical comedy is still banging. You get the typical electrocution scenes, the goop in the paint can scenes, and there's this one scene where the guy pulls down a dummy doll, and it triggers a snowblower to come tumbling down on him, further continuing the trend of stunts that should have brutally mutilated someone, but instead he got a nice haircut. This should have fucking killed him, holy shit. There's a rat that climbs up in his pants. A little flat, but nice. Alex throwing away the real gun is pretty funny. I don't know why, but so far they're obsessed with giving these kids fake guns. But then there are scenes that don't really make sense here, like when Alex lures them out of the house with the chip.
Recognize this?
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
These guys jump off the roof into a trampoline that's been placed over a frozen pool. And these guys literally stay in the pool for the rest of the movie. They don't even try to get out. Like, well, I guess we're just here now. And then this lady sits in the laundry chute without looking and falls down. Who does that? Also, they could have all just taken the stairs. Also, who doesn't look before they sit down? Overall, the story I thought was a bit weak, but if you just let it take you away, it's pretty fun. We do get the satisfaction of everyone knowing that Alex caught the bad guys that we actually don't get in the first 2 movies. Despite my criticisms, I'm giving this one a strong B. Sorry, I had to light a candle because it's about to get pretty stinky. The runtimes keep getting shorter, and the ratings keep getting lower. Home Alone 4 is 1 hour and 24 minutes long. It's like a TV special. I'd seen the first 3 as a kid, and this one didn't even come out that much later. I was very much still a kid in 2002. But from here on, I haven't seen these Home Alones before. I'm sure a lot of you didn't even know they made this many more. This one is a weird movie. The entire family is named after the original family. We have Kevin, Buzz, Kate, and Peter McAllister, and Megan. So I go throughout the entire movie wondering if this is the same universe, or if it's supposed to be the same family with different actors. So in this universe, Kevin's parents are divorced, and Kevin's dad says to his mom that as soon as the divorce papers are finalized, he's gonna marry this other girl. And it's been like 8 months total since they decided to get divorced.
Well, when our divorce is final, I'm gonna marry her.
And then immediately after that asks to take the kids for Christmas.
You want the kids for Christmas?
Just a couple of days.
To go spend Christmas at his new girlfriend's house. And the next day he calls her to check up on her and she's freaking sobbing, and he has the nerve to ask,
You okay?
No, you fucking idiot. She's not okay. Yeah, she's not okay. Like, my name is Gerard Way. Got black eyeliner running down my face. My name's Kevin in this universe, it is not a phase. Wait. My name's Kevin in this multiverse, I'm in a new phase. Bars. All the kids say no to spending Christmas with Dad, until Buzz bullies the fuck out of Kevin in a not funny way. Like, this shit is just brutally mean. So Kevin yells at his mom that he wishes he was an only child in a scene that feels really forced. I'm not giving this movie any grace with the comparisons because they're literally asking for it by naming the entire family the same. And I'm realizing throughout the movie, I think they're trying to play this off as the same family. But in this scene equivalent in Home Alone 1, Kevin feels like he's being ganged up on by his family, and then he lashes out, when it's not actually his fault. Here, it just feels forced for motivation.
I hate Buzz, and I never want to be stuck home alone with him as long as I live.
So Kevin gets sent up to his room and decides he's gonna go be an only child at his dad's and new girlfriend's. His dad's new girlfriend is extremely rich, and it was at this scene that I noticed that the acting was poor.
On the verge of signing 2 of the biggest clients in Chicago.
That's because you're the best publicist in the world. Doors closed.
Have I remembered to thank you for telling everyone that?
Okay, so here's where I really started losing my mind. They introduce Marv from Home Alone 1 and 2, but this time with his new girlfriend instead of Harry. And they know that they're gonna host the royal family here for Christmas at their house, and their plan is to kidnap the prince for ransom. So when Marv and his girlfriend break in to scope the place out, they see Kevin and they recognize each other. Because this is supposed to be the same universe?
Hello, Marv.
Back to the acting, they tried way too hard to mimic the performances of Kevin and Marv and stuff from the original movie, including the writing of Kevin. And it just doesn't deliver the same because this isn't the same kid.
I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so. I'm 9 years old. Watch a lot of TV.
That script and that dialogue worked really well for Macaulay Culkin. It worked well for him. It doesn't work here. And Marv pisses me off with this. He's like clearly trying to copy the same mannerisms.
Shut up, you little moron! I'm gonna kill him.
Kevin blasts Marv with the shower and causes severe water damage to the house and keeps messing things up, but they set up the girlfriend as the villain because she's mad that Kevin keeps destroying her property. But she's all like, I'll make sure you never see your dad again if you keep messing things up.
He wants you in his life, and I think that's admirable. But if you want him in your life, you better not cross me.
And the dad is convinced that Kevin is set out to ruin his new relationship. And his mom is sobbing at home. Dude, this movie's depressing as f***. Then we're starkly reminded that the year is 2002. We have the butler and the maid here, and Kevin hasn't been home alone the entire movie. Actually, now that I think about it, he wasn't really home alone in the second one, was he? He was in New York. But at least he was alone. We're 4 movies deep into the franchise, and in most of them, he's not even home alone. The twist is that the maid is the inside man and is Marv's mom.
Hey, Mom.
And they were co-conspiring to kidnap the prince together, and that's how they had the inside information and blah, blah, blah. And Kevin was misjudging the butler, who was supposed to be the don't judge me by their book cover character. The physical comedy of the house booby traps were extremely weak. He barely does anything but play with the house remote. It's like a smart house. The butler saves Kevin in the end, just like the salt guy and the pigeon lady. They catch the bad guys, everyone gets arrested.
We were gonna kidnap the prince.
The butler quits because he hated his job.
I resign.
Resign?
Kevin's dad decides that he wants to be back with his family.
When the whole time I was here, all I did was miss my family.
And the royal family gets there and says they want to spend Christmas with the McAllisters instead.
Would your family like to spend Christmas with our family? That sounds cool.
It's so random.
That sounds cool.
So the new girlfriend loses literally everything just because she's like a little greedy and kinda unlikable and didn't care for Kevin as much as his own parents did. So all the villains were extremely weak. The character growth throughout the story felt unnatural and they changed within a snap second. Like there were no hints or threads leading up to any changes and was just super depressing in a not heartwarming way. I mean, this makes sense. D tier. Home Alone 5, Home Alone, The Holiday Heist. 10-year gap, 2012. At this point, I was preparing to be a hater. I mean, we've been on a downward trajectory. And at first, this movie was kind of doing that thing where they're like, oh, kids and their video games. But they kind of won me over as it went along. I mean, this did score 1 point higher than the last movie on IMDb. So, no weird universe stuff here. This kid's name is Finn, and they're moving into a house that everyone finds super creepy except the parents and me. Even the villains think this house is creepy.
A creepy old house?
You just showed me a $2 million property and you're trying to convince me that it's old and decrepit and haunted.
Is this house haunted? Your house is haunted. That's why the last people moved out.
So the villains in this one think that this house has a rare painting that was stolen from a museum, and the main bad guy wants it back because it's actually a family heirloom, and that's his family in the painting. They were gonna steal it before anyone moves in, but obviously they're too late, and decide to wait until no one's home to strike. The video game kid tropes in this start to feel like what someone's mom thinks playing video games is like.
I was about to demolish Captain Overkill's armored base.
Well, I'm sure they can be demolished tomorrow now.
Pulse grenades! How does he always do that?
Okay, off.
But overall, the acting is much better, the story is much better and actually makes sense. The villains have personalities and are a bit more memorable. The movie takes time to show the villains interacting with each other, which makes this universe feel more real and less random like North Korean, Chinese, American terrorists. Finn is scared because he thinks that there's ghosts in the house because everyone's telling him the house is haunted. So he's unknowingly setting traps for the burglars. Finn's parents go to a work Christmas party and leave the kids at home because everyone was fighting, and she takes his controller away so he can't play video games while they're gone. And he does a bunch of stuff that doesn't involve gaming. But then, eventually, sits back down to play games.
This time, you're going down.
They acted like this was the only controller in the house. But like he just had another one. I'm so confused. There are a few things in this movie that are a little whack like that. Like this scene, the effects on this scene where the burglars break into the garage is so crazy. But Finn's getting new batteries for his controller, and one of them rolls under the door into the scary basement. He convinces his sister to help him get it. He shows her the secret door he found, and then they find the secret room where the painting is. She scares the shit out of him, he runs out, and then she accidentally gets herself trapped in the vault. So he's actually home alone with his sister, which I'm going to count as actually being home alone. Congrats. There's this subplot with this college kid he plays games with online that I actually really like. All the characters in this one are kooky and silly, and this made me realize that Home Alone doesn't have to be realistic. It's a kid's movie, but it just has to make sense and be believable. The kid that lives across the street from them is actually the goat, and they have some funny scenes together.
I can't right now. My sister is trapped in the basement, and I have to buy supplies to break her out. Oh, cool. See you later. I can't right now. A team of art thieves are planning an assault on my new house, and I'm the only one who can defend it. Oh, cool. See you later.
Finn goes to the store and realizes that the noises and shadows he's been hearing and seeing aren't actually ghosts. It was these burglars checking out the house. Also, all he can afford is string to help get his sister out of the vault, so he had to get creative with the physical comedy antics, which there wasn't a ton of, but I don't think it really needed a super long physical comedy sequence because they spent the runtime on other plot lines and showing other things, like the college kid getting swatted because of a misunderstanding. This scene is insane.
On your feet! On your feet! Where are the kids? Where are the kids?
You got it all wrong. I just play video games.
I think the biggest thing this movie suffered from was being in the Home Alone franchise. I think if they did a different movie poster and just called it The Holiday Heist or something, it could have garnered a better score from people. But anything being compared to such a beloved film is just going to get ripped apart. I thought a good amount of the jokes surprisingly landed for me. The storylines weaved in nicely, it made sense. Of course, the bad guys get caught in the end, and Finn makes friends and is less afraid of everything.
But an active imagination is actually pretty useful when you're not using it to scare yourself.
I actually enjoyed this one more than I thought I would. I don't know if it's just because I watched Home Alone 4 right before this, but I think this is a fun, unserious movie to put on for the holidays. I think you should watch it, maybe. I don't know. Solid B tier. It's all been leading up to this. Home Alone 6, or should I say, Home Sweet Home Alone. Let me just be upfront here and say that every character in this movie was unlikable. The kid is a little shit. They wrote him to be extremely rude to people from the start for no reason.
Cool dolls.
They're not mine. They belonged to my mother.
Sure they did.
Also, he's British, which doesn't have anything to do with that. It doesn't have anything to do with that, of course, but it was pretty shocking at the time. I think I was so used to seeing American families that this really threw me for a loop. I wrote it down in my notes. He meets the main villains at their open house, and he is so rude to them, but Jeff is super unlikable back at him.
No McDonald's for you on the way home.
You can't promise a kid McDonald's and not deliver.
Ooh. What a McShane.
Oh, brother, this guy's...
Just to explain how much I don't like this kid, there's a scene where the kid's mad that he can't take the free toys at church because they're donations for less fortunate kids who don't live in a mansion.
These toys are for children less fortunate than you.
Ah, okay. Well, it was too good to be true.
Oh, brother!
Aaron from The Office is here, and these two are trying to sell their house while trying to hide it from their kids. Awful thing to do. I hate them also. I like her as an actor, and she was one of the small silver linings in this movie, but the writing was so bad she couldn't even save it. Also, I'll be dubbing over this guy's name because I kept calling him the dad because he is a dad in this movie, but he's not the dad of the main protagonist, so it's confusing, so I'm just dubbing over him Jeff. So they become villains because they can't afford to keep their house because Jeff lost their job as a migration manager. Like, for databases. And hearing him talk about computer stuff in this movie is so cringe. Like, they just didn't have to go into it like this if they didn't know what was going on.
Well, any company with a brain needs a good data migration manager, okay? I mean, I wouldn't trust an algorithm to port over a MySQL database to a new server without any human oversight.
He literally hates the cloud.
It's the cloud.
And wants everything to be local storage or something.
You're not even using solid-state storage on site?
I don't know what that means.
Well, I'll tell you what it means. What it means is you're entirely at the whim of a hosted service provider for virtualization and backup.
Sir, I'm not a woman in tech.
I don't know why they even went this deep into it in the first place. So they're supposed to be the villains, but you feel bad for them and hate the kid. And it's also really confusing because it's kind of set from the villain's perspective. Jeff finds out that one of the dolls from the first scene is worth like 200 grand because someone mentioned it at the open house.
Wow, $5,000 for an ugly little porcelain kid. I didn't get half that for selling my real kids.
Oh, bro.
And he opens the box to find that the doll is gone. And guess who must have took it? This kid. You know how the rest goes, but the jokes in this movie are so painfully bad, I had enough material to make a short compilation.
I just stepped on a Lego. It's the most painful thing in the world.
10-year-old son is at home by himself.
Yeah, but
first world problems, you know.
First world. We need a W, Pam. Our family's W is in that house.
Yes, Stu, nobody has a landline anymore because it's not 1993. What's your next idea? Should I beep him after I listen to the new MC Hammer joint?
I'm sorry.
All right, Internet. Show me your worst. Well played, Mum and Dad.
Although one thing that got me is the idea that if you're a British family, you have a photo of your family posing on Abbey Road. But they even do that thing where they make a self-aware nod to the original movie with that movie Kevin watches in it. But they literally made an alien version of that movie for this Home Alone and then says,
To get your ugly, yellow, no good
Oh,
keister.
this is garbage. I don't know why they were always trying to remake the classics. Never as good as the originals.
No. No. Also, in the Home Alone multiverse, we're set back in the original Home Alone universe. This is supposed to be the same universe. The first time they try to break in, also his parents left him home alone by accident on the way to Japan, it doesn't matter, but the first time they try to break in, Max the kid overhears them talking and thinks that they're going to kidnap him and sell him for money.
All we have to do is find that ugly little boy, and then some crazy old lady will pay us $200,000 for him.
So he calls the cops, and guess who it is?
Evening.
Not Kevin. This gave me a fucking heart attack when I watched it at first. I was like, you're telling me Kevin went through all that just to become a cop? A weird cop, too.
I'm sure you never forget your anniversary, do you?
No ring on this finger, ma'am. No one's been able to tame this wild stallion.
But this is Buzz.
Don't you know how to knock phlegm wad?
A cameo from the original actor, but they wrote him in to be a loser cop and insinuates that Kevin grew up and got in the business of making home alarm systems.
Guess what? The place had a McAllister home alarm system. Oh, gee. The coincidence?
By the end of the movie, you completely forget about him, though. The physical comedy bits are the worst yet. So uncreative, so unimaginative, and they only used the most reused tropes. Icy driveway, spicy cookies, but they added Mentos and soda. Never would have thought of that. Max ices the road, which is super dangerous for literally anyone else that has to drive in this neighborhood. After sliding down the driveway, why don't they just walk up the snow instead? Her feet catch on fire, and instead of just stepping in the snow all around her, she tries to go for the faucet. Also, watching a pin go into a finger is so hard to watch. More than Marv getting electrocuted to skeletal remains. Max puts a VR headset on the Jeff at one point, and we're supposed to believe he doesn't feel it on his head. He thinks this is real. Those things are heavy. I think you would notice it on your head. Like, the physical comedy is just like, this is so stupid. Though I guess you could make the same argument for that guy in Home Alone 3 that couldn't feel the massive weight difference between a real and toy gun. Also, when you found out he was home, why didn't you just knock on the door to ask him? Or like, leave a note for when the family got back? After a bunch of torture, they're just begging him to just talk to them, and he keeps bullying them. It was one of those movies where they had so many opportunities to just talk and explain things, and they didn't, and it's infuriating to watch. Eventually, they figure out that everything was just a huge misunderstanding, and Max doesn't even have the doll.
I'm 10 years old. Why on earth would I want a doll?
So everything we just watched was completely pointless. I hate these characters. So who has the doll? Some random toddler who's the son of the side characters. It's like their aunt and uncle or something. And he throws the doll, Max catches it and saves Christmas for them. This was the only movie I really wanted to turn off. Like at the beginning, before Max yelps that he wishes to be home alone, the house is absolutely chaotic and not in a funny way. It was genuinely stressful to watch. I don't know if that's some trauma coming out, but this gave me so much anxiety, I almost wanted to cry. I was so close to turning it off.
Mom! Max, please! You are not the only person in this house!
F tier, I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. So, Did Home Alone movies just get worse? We knew it would. Did you really think it was gonna be a surprise? An upset that Home Alone 4 was actually the best one? Also, I don't know why they were obsessed with casting the same genre of kid every single time. It's not gonna work. Stop trying to make it work. Cast a different kid. So, this is the finished tier list. What have we learned? Adapting beloved movies into more movies that aren't very good maybe isn't a good strategy, or is it? Maybe they all made a profit. I don't know. I don't know if it's lucrative for them to do this. I think they should stop. Anyway, I love Home Alone 2. Let's end it on a high note. I think you guys should all watch Home Alone 2, and then 1, and then maybe the 5th one. Give the 5th one a chance. Give the Holiday Heist one a chance. Also, my new song is out. It's called Brigadeiro. It's the Bing Bong song that you've been hearing a lot of. You can go listen to it. There's a link in the description. I'm Gabi Belle on Spotify, and I'm Gabi Belle here also. You should subscribe if you haven't already. Oops. This video is sponsored by Rocket Money. More on them later. Oh my god, we're gonna get it.
It's like we're the bird woman in Home Alone 2.
Literally that.
Who I think is also Sam Smith.
After watching, I'm not confident Gabi has ever had pizza before this video. This much pizza should bring a person joy, not misery. How does one undergo so much stress while eating pizza? This just feels like someone finding out they don't really like pizza. Okay, so what we've learned is that YouTube commenters have very strong opinions about pizza. I've never seen such visceral reactions to pizza of all things. Ridiculous overreactions. People who complain about greasy pizza infuriate me. Like, do you not know what happens when you fucking melt Watching cheese? Someone who doesn't really like pizza eat pizza for a week is rough. If she's meh on Papa John's and Mott's, she's just not a pizza fan. Moral of the story, maybe don't do a video about eating tons of pizza chains when you don't really enjoy pizza. This was like watching my grandma review rap. Okay, well, I can't really argue against that one. I think Gabi might just hate pizza. Guys, because I didn't like fast food pizza, I don't like pizza in general. Imagine if someone said that about burgers, because they didn't like McDonald's and Burger King. But you know what? This person actually has a good point. Pizza is way better when it's fresh, and so that is exactly what I sought out to do. Hello, New York! I'm Gabi Belle, and I'm here with my favorite comedian, Mateo Lane. And you guys saw me and criticized me to no end. You guys bullied me to New York. Because I tried the top 10 fast food pizza chains. Obviously the most popular one was gas station pizza, because why wouldn't it be? But that didn't mean it was the best. Oh, such an overreaction, such an overreaction. Fuck you. You know what? I won't let the woke mob get so offended over my fucking opinions on pizza. I don't care if you like Hunt Brothers pizza. It's trash. It's bad. And that's my opinion. I don't care if the rest of Hunt Brothers pies are the most perfect pieces of pizza you've ever seen in your fucking life. The one I got tasted like they accidentally spilled the gasoline from the gas station into the pizza when they were making it, and then it sat under the light for 5 hours before it got to me. An overreaction? It tasted like I was gonna get food poisoning from it. It tasted like it had gone bad. No. I stand by what I said. I like good pizza.
So I thought there's a great couple of pizza spots in the West Village. So as a New Yorker, I thought I would take Gabi to go get a few pizza slices just so we can appease the anger of the internet on your channel. Can you imagine if we went to Domino's? Let's go.
Well, yeah, let's go. We're about to have pizza.
Okay, so first I'm bringing you here. This is probably the most classic pizza slice place in New York City. This is the original Joe's Pizza. Now, have you ever heard anything about Joe's Pizza before?
I've heard a little bit about Joe's Pizza.
Now, there's some rules for New York pizza. So, like, one of the rules is when you go in, you have to have a lot of gumption. You can't just walk in there and kind of be like, I'm not really sure, maybe can I try? They want you to have cash in your hand. They want you to know what you're gonna order, and you gotta order it quick, and then they're gonna put it on a plate, and then as a New Yorker, you walk and eat your pizza.
I don't know if I was built for that, but I'm gonna try.
Now that you're armed with the information on how to order, I'm gonna give you the cash and I want you to order for us.
Hello, can I get a slice of cheese, please?
I want you to try your first slice of New York pizza.
This looks amazing. It already smells so much better than any of the fucking pizzas I've had.
I want you to rate everything compared to the gas station pizza.
The bar is on the ground. Oh.
It's good, right? Now I always
Mamma
fold.
mia. It just like the crispiness, it just, there's no comparison.
No, this is, people really do travel here. Like they come on pizza tours. They come here specifically to get slices like Joe. We got a good slice today too. It's crispy. I mean the fucking.
It's crispy.
What do we have to do a rating system? I guess.
Oh my
right?
god. How could we even?
Well, let's do the same one you did, right? So like,
Okay, sure.
it was it the.
There was kind of a bullshit rating system in my video.
At one point it was. You were like,
was
cheesy, sure.
Grease, yes.
But the grease, like, there's not too much grease
No,
on it
yes,
either.
you I'm gonna like my. Yeah, look
There
at
you
the
go.
grease on that. This is what the grease level should be. It's not overpowering. I get that the grease is from the cheese. I understand that. But there shouldn't be as much as there was on all that fast food pizza. It was leaving like puddles of grease on the plate. Like, this, beautiful.
I do feel like this would be better if it was at a gas station. I feel like the ambiance of a gas station rather than the West Village could really
I know.
make crust, cheese, sauce, and environment.
Oh my god, amazing. All of the above.
So 10 is the best, 1 is the worst.
Yes.
Okay, so for crust, I'm giving this a 10.
10 crust. Honestly, 10 cheese.
10 cheese, yeah.
10 cheese.
And 10 sauce.
And 10 sauce. I have no complaints.
I have 0 complaints.
The ratio of the cheese to sauce, amazing. The thickness of the crust, also amazing. This is like the perfect slice.
It's so good. Do you know this in Italian? When you do this means it tastes good. Oh, è buono.
Also, this was breakfast.
This is my breakfast and my lunch
Yeah.
and my
And
dinner.
dinner.
All right, should we move on to the next place?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, now I brought you to John's Pizza. So there's
Yep.
like a big battle between which pizza's the best.
Joe's and John's.
Joe's, John's, there's a bunch of other here. The thing with John's though, you can't get a pizza slice to go.
Okay.
So we ordered ahead, but no one's in line, which is very rare, so they're gonna let us sit down, but that in itself was a fight. So we're gonna sit down, and you wanna have some slice of cheese pizza at John's?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, come on. And we got Tony Bennett playing, I'm happy. That's
Yeah.
it, and then maybe, does anyone want Diet Coke?
I'm okay.
I will have a Diet Coke. That's the other thing about New Yorkers is like, do you get the vibe that they care about you, but at the same time they'll hit you?
Yes.
What kind of things are you looking forward to for this pizza? Now we started off strong with
We
Joe.
really did. The bar's really high now. It's like the opposite of my last video where the bar started down here.
What was the first pizza you ate in your last video?
Oh, what was it? Little Caesars.
You can smell the oregano too.
Yeah, you can.
Look at the
Oh,
cheese.
that cheese pull.
And they got the basil on it too.
Oh. Okay, hold on. This is getting messy.
No, honestly,
God.
this is Ninja Turtle style pizza. This is what you
who
want.
can I give this to?
Lo vuoi? Mangi tu.
Mangiadu. To.
Say, how do you say in
Mangia, mangia.
Portuguese? Eat.
Comer.
A comer, como español. Você comer?
Você-
Você quer comer? Is that right? Did I say it
Você
right?
quer comer.
Você
Yeah.
quer comer.
Even though it's correct, like que with the R at the
Right.
end,
They say que.
they just kind of drop the R.
So você quer
almost.
comer.
Yeah. Você quer comer.
Tu vuoi una
Like
pizza?
que.
Lo vuoi mangiare?
Nos vamos mangiar.
Nos-
In my Spanish class, I took AP Spanish, and I would just mix in Portuguese in there
Oh.
when I didn't know what I was doing, and just hope the teacher wouldn't notice.
Okay, shall
Okay.
we?
Cheers.
Cheers, ching ching.
Ding. Whoa. Oh, I'm stuck. I think a little less cheese than Joe's, but I'm not complaining.
No.
A little more sauce.
Fuck, I don't know which one I like better.
If I'm going off of pure vibes, I think I liked Joe's. But I'm not saying this is bad because this is still like really, 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 really good.
Right.
It just depends if you like the ratio of sauce better.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
it's the sauce and the cheese
Mhm.
has a very different ratio because
Mhm.
they sort of splatter the cheese on.
Mhm.
It's more Jackson Pollock, whereas I feel everything's even with Joe's.
Yes, yeah. The crust, also amazing. Isn't there a specific kind of water you're supposed to use in New York pizza? Or else it's not New York pizza.
New Yorkers say that our pizza and bagels are the best because of the New York water. I don't know if it's that or we're just, there's not a lot of chain places.
True.
So I think people just are not used to not eating chain food. I gotta be honest, It's fucking great. All right, let's give it our rating. What do we think?
This might be a little harsh.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I actually agree with you. I'm right on
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Keep in mind, this is subject to change based
Yeah.
off of the other pizzas we're eating. 8 out of 10. I guess my only problem would just be distribution of sauce and cheese.
But if you like that sort of thing, then this is perfect for you.
We just ate John's pizza, and I think we both agreed. I think 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think environment's fun.
Fun.
Very New Yorky. They kind of yell at you and they're mean to you, but they're nice to you at the same time. You're threatened and comfortable.
Exactly.
You feel protected.
Yeah, I think that's more the vibe.
Yeah. My only criticism I think is like just
distribution.
Distribution.
Sauce.
It felt
Yeah.
like sauce, cheese, sauce, cheese, sauce, cheese. So I
Yeah.
want, even as of Joe's, felt like a more complete taste and slice in your mouth.
So we did Joe's, John's,
And now we're gonna go to l'Industrie.
Joe, John, Paul, George,
Matthew.
Matthew, the Corinthians.
Judas.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you.
You're too nice to be a New Yorker.
Mateo was kind enough to pay for all these pizzas, hopefully as a business expense. But if I want to save up to come back to New York, especially after all of the money I spent on rides, thank God I have the sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money, my favorite personal finance app. Rocket Money allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, make a custom budget, and grow your savings if that's one of your goals, all in one place. I love budgeting with Rocket Money, and I love the way that it displays information because it actually makes sense with my little brain. For example, it'll automatically categorize bills like your rent, utilities, and internet, groceries, and subscriptions all in one place so you can easily cancel them, which Rocket Money can help you do too. No need to worry about the customer service calls. Let the app's negotiators do the work for you and try to get you the best possible rate. Go to rocketmoney.com/Gabi Belle or click the link in the description below to get started for free. And you can also unlock even more features with premium. Thank you, Rocket Money, for sponsoring this video. Back to pizza. L'Industrie. Did I do it right?
L'Industrie.
L'Industrie.
L'Industrie. We're at L'Industrie Pizzeria. I've never been here, but this is the hot new pizza place. Everyone says they love it.
Yeah.
Usually, guys, there's usually lines around the block. Fuck, there's no one fucking here.
It's too cold.
It is too cold.
It's like 25 degrees.
We really picked the best stage.
We really did.
To just eat pizza. I guess it's keeping us warm. We're
It
walking.
is.
We're doing our shit.
We're walking here.
This is a new for me, new for you, so let's go get a slice.
Let's do it.
What's up? We're doing classic cheese everywhere.
Yeah.
Do the classic cheese, but then off camera, do the burrata as well.
All right, we'll do
that
both.
was on me.
Really?
No, are you joking?
Fuck you.
Okay, well this was fun because
Yeah.
I got recognized, so we're getting free pizza. By the way, it's packed, but I've never seen it this empty before. I played Fortnite with my friend Donnie, and Donnie, when he came to New York, was like, we have to go to this place, but the line was so long we never got to go get it. So I'm sort of doing this for like my Fortnite
Yeah.
crew.
We're doing it for all the people who can't.
Are you playing? You're still playing Fortnite, right?
I am 0 build. I got the Mariah Carey skin. Did you get the Mariah Carey skin?
Do you think I turned gay yesterday? Do you think for a second that when I kill someone, I'm not going, I don't want a love for Christmas, there is just one. Dude, thank you so much. I can't fucking wait. This looks gorgeous.
Wow. That's beautiful.
I mean, it looks fucking stunning.
Wow.
It looks stunning.
This is picture perfect.
Is it good?
Wow.
All right, let me try.
Whoa.
Fuck.
I know.
Fuck.
Literally fuck. This is amazing.
And with the basil, forget about it. Because they were very sweet, they gave us a free slice, so I want to try this with the burrata.
Is it amazing? Wow. Wow.
This pizza was fucking,
Wow.
holy shit.
L'Industrie. Cinco. How do you say 5 stars?
Cinque stelle.
5 stelle.
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 Cinque stelle. I give this 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is fucking great.
Oh yeah, I guess I meant 5 out of 5 stars. But like
Our entire system gets changed in the moment. Gabby's like, solid 3. It's fucking great. I gotta say this is equal with Joe's.
I
this
think
might
so
be
too. It stop. No. Okay, here's the thing. Joe's is like the perfect classic slice.
That's right. It's a classic slice. You get, you walk, you
Perfect,
go.
and it's perfect. It's everything you've ever wanted. This is like if you want something even more elevated. Sauce ratio.
Sauce ratio, perfect. It's kind of what we talked about with distribution. It's perfectly melted. I gotta say, I've never been here before, and now that I'm here, if you're in New York, I don't care how long the line is, you gotta wait for this slice, because I'm telling you, wherever else you're from in the United States of America, it's not gonna be better than this. You gotta come to L'Undistria Pizzeria. Buonissima, ma quella burrata.
Buonissimo.
That, to me, was an amazing experience.
Incredible.
10 out of 10.
Even like the olive oil drizzle on it was so flavorful.
And the sauce, you know what it was too, is that they kept it simple.
They did.
I gotta say, that one's 10 out of 10.
kind
I'm
of my
bumping
favorite.
Joe's down to 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna have to agree, and it hurts.
It does hurt. But now we're gonna take a little detour because
Yeah.
on our way, these two nerds over here saw a card shop. So I'm
we're
gonna go
gonna
look
go
for
in.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, now we've made it to my favorite pizza place in the world, but before, Gabby, what'd you get?
I got Pokemon cards. I got a Japanese Hitmonchan original, I think. I don't know.
It is original,
It is
yeah.
original, yeah. Sick. And then I got a reverse hollow Machamp. So yeah, not to brag or anything.
We're gonna look like Machamp after this because
Yeah.
we've really been in Machamp all day. Now it's kind of hitting me. I'm like, wow, we've walked the whole city.
You have, I'm feeling it in my chest. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I can breathe.
So this is Pizzeria Napolitana, Vera Pizza Napolitana. It's real Naples pizza. I am so excited for you to try this pizza because it's the real deal. So let's go.
Let's go.
So this is my favorite pizza place. They really truly care. There is a corporation that has to authenticate Italian places to see whether they're going to be real pizza from Naples, meaning the ingredients, everything has to be from the region of Campania where Naples is from. So everyone is trained to make the pizza exactly the same way that they would make pizza in Naples. So this is authenticated by Italians to be considered real Italian pizza.
Is there like a board of Italian?
There it literally is. Obviously going to Italy is a little difficult, so this is a great place to come to.
Italy
and just,
down the street.
Italy down the street. It's so good.
Clearly they've never been to Michigan.
What has your journey been so far? I just want to know what you think walking around New York. What's your experience being in the West Village and Greenwich Village, and the pizza, the attitude? How do you feel?
It's really loud here, but I mean, it's New York. Like, what are you gonna expect?
Do you know what's funny? I thought it was quiet today.
Oh my God, I woke up to cars honking and people yelling. Good morning, New York! Pizza has been the best thing about New York.
I would like to do a video with you where I go to Hunt Brothers Pizza.
You would throw up.
I kind of want to
If I
try
spit it out, you would throw up.
What are your first thoughts staring at it?
It looks like a cloud.
It does look like a cloud.
It looks pretty.
A cloud of heaven. God, look at this cheese. This is the original pizza napolitana.
Cheese pull.
Grazie,
Wow.
grazie mille.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Oh no, I'm like stealing the entire cheese.
Take it.
Oh
Take
my
it.
God, okay. Okay, you're coming with me. The only things I know in Italian are grazie, prego, and io sono una ragazza. Thank you, Duolingo.
Buonissimo, grazie.
Wow. It's fresh.
Yeah. What are your initial thoughts?
The basil was amazing. I love basil.
Sauce is simple.
I like the simplicity. I'm here for the simplicity. I can somehow like taste the water that they made it with.
Yeah.
This is like if you're really looking for like almost low key in a good way.
And also the way they do the dough, like how long it takes for the dough to ferment and dry.
It's light. That's what I was
light.
trying to say. It's light. It tastes airy, just like it looks. Domino's feels like heavy. It's like that's what you're eating and that's what you're shitting right after. Even like the taste of it is like aggressive a little bit.
It also feels like you're eating like a Furby. In other words, it's like, it's just this highly produced, mass-made, like you're just eating like any sort of toy off a Target shelf.
This is like, I'm in Nona's kitchen.
Yeah,
And she just made this fresh.
It's a real deal. For me, because I'm used to these flavors, these textures, I would say number one is Ribalta. I would say a close second is L'Undistria Pizzeria. Then I would say Joe's Pizza, and then I would say John's Pizza.
Okay, I have a similar list, slightly different. Don't get offended.
I would not. Are you joking? I'm in heaven right now.
I think my number 1 is L'Industrie.
L'Industrie.
And number 2, oh my god, I don't know.
I mean, Joe's is really good.
That's the thing. These are like really, really, really close together. I think really close, Joe's, and then here.
Yeah.
And then Joe's.
Yeah.
It's
New York
like-
pizza by the slice. Then
Yeah.
there's sit down Naples style pizza. You know. Then there's so they're all different types. Really, it's all. I think people
it depends
think.
what you're in the mood for.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
This is gonna sound corny as hell, but I can't help but smile when I eat this.
Yeah, I think we had a really successful day today. But honestly,
They're all
great.
good.
If you had to make
They're
a
all
choice
good.
and there was a line for all of them and you could only get into one or the other, I think
They're all good choices.
They're all good.
I wouldn't be upset at any of them.
no. This is a place if you want to come for like, okay, I want authentic Italian pizza, where I would say Joe's is authentic New York pizza.
Yes, I feel the same way. That's why it was so hard to choose because I'm like, they're kind of different.
Very
It
different.
just depends what you want.
The process of the making of
Yeah.
the dough, the process of the baking, and the
Yes.
process of the cook, the sauce, the
Yes.
ingredients, even the front kind of mozzarella they use, like everything is its own thing.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Now compare this to the
Right.
Don't make me cry.
My question is, what's the process of making the gas station pizza? What was the love that went into making that
There wasn't
pizza?
any. It was sitting under the lights in the gas station for like 5 hours before it got to me. And it was probably borderline like gonna give me food poisoning.
Probably.
Like, that's what it tasted like.
Your body was rejecting it immediately.
It was, immediately. The taste was like, do not eat this is poison.
In a way, because you bring it up how simple pizza is. I mean, when you're talking about this kind of pizza,
Right.
it's incredibly complicated with how the dough rises and everything.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's dough, sauce,
just-
cheese.
That's
How are you
why.
fucking this up so
I
bad?
know, that's my thought exactly.
I think some people like really sugary sauces, and some people
Oh,
like
yeah.
really oregano-y sauces. And so everyone's
that's
different
true.
interpretation of pizza.
Yeah.
I think it's all different.
Man, some people's interpretation of pizza is wrong.
Is diarrhea. Were people really defending it?
Yes, first of all, I called it Little Caesars the whole time like he was a rapper.
Isn't it
No,
little?
it's Little Caesars.
Well, this was a great day. I had a great time.
I had a fantastic time.
I'm
This
so
is a-
glad we got to do this. And we get to end with good mascarpone.
Oh my god. Well, well, well. I had good pizza today. Finally. As Gordon Ramsay would say, finally, some good fucking food. Thank you, Matteo, for showing me around the best pizza at least in this part of New York.
I am so happy that you
Yes.
decided to come to New York and
I
do
had
this
such a good
pizza
time.
tour with me. I just was struggling at home watching you eat that horrible pizza.
was too.
But this pizza, it just feels like homemade ingredients. People care about what they're doing.
I feel great.
Where-
I didn't take a lactose pill today.
Oh, well.
Well, I feel great. So, Matteo, where can everyone find you?
Well, you can find me on tour in the Can't Stop Talking tour. I'm coming to a city near you, so go to MatteoLaneComedy.com. And my cookbook, called Your Pasta Sucks, is also coming out April 1st, and you can pre-order now, so go to MatteoLaneComedy.com.
Yes.
Or find me on Instagram or my YouTube page.
Yes, I saw the cookbook before anyone else, and I'm so excited to have it. It's so good. You guys have to buy it.
And don't forget to give Rocket Money a try with the link in the description below, and you can try it for free or unlock more features with premium. RocketMoney.com/Gabi Belle.
I don't even know what I'm gonna say.
I don't know what I'm gonna
I
say.
had good time. I eat pizza.
Pizza better here.
Pizza good.
The other reason I went to New York was to participate in this live show with a bunch of other YouTubers, and it was super fun. I was starting to get sick because New York is one of the cleanest cities in America. So I could just tell from these pictures that like my eyes are sunken, my face is swelling, and I just don't look or feel great. So that was a really nice parting gift from New York. Can't wait to be back. But overall, it was pretty fun. I just wanted to give an update here, and if you want to see more pictures and stuff, you can follow me on Instagram at It's Gabi Belle.
Welcome back to another episode of reviewing movies I watched as a kid and potentially ruining my memories of them by realizing how goofy some of them are. And no, I'm not wearing pajamas. I'm Gabi Belle, and you're watching Disney Channel.
My parents' friends are always saying, your son's the basketball guy. You must be so proud.
No one has ever said this. In 2006, I competed in my local YMCA talent contest, where I sung What I've Been Looking For by Sharpay and Ryan. two people, since it is a duet. So who sang with me? Me. I did. 9-year-old me sung both parts somehow, but you know, I still took home second place, so actually, I found the badge that they gave me, my little medal, and this actually happened in 2010, so I was way older than I thought I was. I was like 13, not 9. High School Musical was genuinely my obsession. I would walk around the house singing it, and I would also, like, deconstruct the harmonies when I would do karaoke by myself at home. So like one round I would be Gabriella and the next one I would do Troy's part. I'll actually show a short clip of me, one of my really early YouTube videos where I sang both parts of Breaking Free. We're breaking free. And rewatching High School Musical as an adult was really interesting, because when you watch something you liked as a kid, as an adult, you notice so many things that went over your head, like how Troy is eating one slice of plain bread for lunch. They live in a house like this, and you're telling me he brought one slice of plain bread? High School Musical is a trilogy among the greats. If you've never seen it, it's about being yourself and following your heart and passion, no matter what other people want you to be, with the most on-the-nose plot possible to send this message.
But you're a playmaker. Not a singer. You're a hoops dude. Not a musical singer person.
And Troy's incorrect overuse of the word playmaker.
Isn't the composer of a show kind of like the playmaker in basketball?
Playmaker?
You know, the one who makes everyone else look good. To them, I'm the playmaker, dude.
But you're a playmaker. Not a singer.
Did you ever think maybe I could be both? Composer! Here's your game ball. You deserve it, playmaker. Yeah!
When in reality, this position in basketball is called the point guard.
So smart.
This, unfortunately, undeniably makes Troy a theater kid. So today, I'll be your playmaker, as we bop to the top, to the start of something new. But also, for some reason, I don't have the High School Musical 2 DVD, just the first and the third one. Don't know why.
Oh my god.
Snuggled right next to my 2008 Miley Cyrus Breakout CD. And the other one, hiding next to Taylor Swift's 2010 Speak Now CD. I love having DVDs, you guys know I love physical media. I made an entire video exploring the wonderful world of DVD releases. But having the DVDs were almost more work than me renting it online, which I already had to do anyway for this video. I put it in the PS5 backwards, which might have been a skill issue, but then I put it in the correct way, and it was still terrible. So I had to put it in something a little more fit for its time, the PS2. The movie opens, stretched, complemented with a low humming noise from the PS2, to a New Year's party where Gabriella is reading a book. Gosh, she must be so quirky and introverted. And it cuts to Troy playing basketball. And these two things are their entire personalities. The spotlights shine on the two of them to do karaoke together, where they both know the song and can both sing extremely well. This could be the start of something new. Like, maybe we could say that the audience in Disney Channel movies kind of overreact. These extras are always so silly. But honestly, this is impressive as fuck. Them fucking hooting and hollering after they sing this song is completely warranted. My favorite part of movie musicals and music videos is when they just belt out a high note. But since they're lip syncing, sometimes their mouth is just barely opening for it. They're actually not that bad about it in this movie, except for this one part. Troy and Gabriella exchange phone numbers on these ancient cell phones, accompanied by some goofy-ass CGI fireworks wallpaper.mp4, and she disappears into the night, ending off our intro scene with the same energy as the start of a bad Christmas movie.
Gabriella.
Before we go any further, let me just plug my shit real quick, please. Thank you. These desk mats are on sale until September 4th, 2024. I'm holding it like I caught a really big fish. If you're looking for an upgrade for your desk mat or mouse pad, this is the one to get. Plus, the design is limited and unique. It's a quality product, okay? It's not some blurry ass, low quality, flimsy, custom print thing. The colors pop, the stitching is durable. So I partnered with Epic Desk and artists to create this custom piece that I use every day. All right, here's a website, link in the description. Okay, back to the video. So Gabriella and Troy find out they're at the same school because Gabriella's new and has a reputation of being really smart, which is her flaw.
I don't want to be the school's freaky genius girl again.
Mom, I don't want to be known as the extremely intelligent, beautiful, and talented girl again. Troy and Gabriella decide to sign up for the school's musical because they had so much fun together at the New Year's party. But Sharpay and her brother Ryan run the drama club. They're kind of like the LeBron James of high school drama club. So they're upset about these two potentially taking their spots. And Sharpay has a crush on Troy, so she's also jealous. Gabriella makes friends with the Brainiacs, as my middle school production of High School Musical Junior called them, and Troy's the captain of his basketball team, so he's friends with them. He's kind of like the LeBron James of high school Rewatching this movie made me realize that Troy's best friend, Corbin Blue, aptly named Chad, says the most unintelligible shit the entire movie. He's introduced with this extremely lukewarm roast against Sharpay for buying mirrors.
Nice princess's return from the North Pole.
You know, she probably spent the holidays where she always does.
How's that?
Shopping for mirrors.
Extend the wingspan of your creative spirit.
What time is she due back on the mothership?
What does that even mean?
I'm not even behind on homework yet. And you know, I've been behind on homework since preschool. You missed free period workout yesterday to audition for some heinous musical.
What are you saying? Uh-oh, bing bong, it's Bombas time. Bombas are the most comfortable socks I've ever worn, and I'm not just saying that because they're paying me. Modeling high quality socks is top 5 best things I've ever gotten paid to do. And what I extra love about Bombas is that 1 pair purchased equals 1 pair donated to people experiencing homelessness. Bombas has already donated over 100 million essential clothing items across their network of 3,500 giving partners across the US. 1, they're perfect for fall. 2, they're breathable. 3, no toe seams. 4, you can wear them normal or in turbo mode. 5, I pair them with Bombas gripper slippers for maximum speed and softness. You will not win in a comfort competition when your opponent is Bombas. So thank you to Bombas for sponsoring this video and giving my viewers 20% off their first purchase. They're a great gift for yourself or someone else. If you're gonna gift someone socks anyway, they better be Bombas. Go to bombas.com/Gabi and use code Gabi20 at checkout for 20% off your first purchase. Boop. So Troy considers doing the musical for extra credit, and Chad is like, no, dude, they don't even do hip hop or
rock or anything essential to culture. It's like show music.
You know, it's always good to get extra credit for college.
You ever think LeBron James or Shaquille O'Neal auditioned for their school musical?
Did someone say LeBron James?
Keep your head in the game and don't be afraid to shoot the outside, Jay.
So Sharpay and Ryan Google Gabriella and find out she's smart. I love web searching in 2000s movies. So they signed Gabriella up for the math decathlon. I don't know why I'm air quoting decathlon, because it's appropriate for her. That's the word I meant to. And Troy's team has the big game coming up.
We got 2 weeks to the big game.
You can tell theater kids wrote this movie. It's revealed that Troy's dad is the coach.
What the heck are those two doing in a tree?
And he lays on the pressure by telling Troy that they need to win this game so Troy can get a scholarship to go to college, and there's gonna be college scouts at this game. Yeah, so you're telling me that Troy's dad is a high school basketball coach, and he lives in this house in this economy?
Yeah, but Dad, I'm not
There's going to be college scouts at our game next week, Troy. You know what a scholarship is worth these days?
A lot.
Yeah. Focus, Troy. Come on.
Both Gabriella and Troy's groups of friends and Sharpay and Ryan don't like them stepping out of their stereotypes to do theater, and they conjure up a plan to break them up. No one wants them to do theater. Also, throughout this movie, Troy and Gabriella, I swear to God, have disappearing powers. We already saw it in the beginning with Gabriella fucking vanishing, and as they sneak around, like, I swear they have the invisibility cloak. How did she not see you there? She would have seen you there. So Troy sneaks into the auditions using the invisibility cloak, and the first girl very much reminded me of JoJo Siwa.
It's hard to believe that I couldn't see that you were always right beside me.
And this is where we get to my favorite song that I performed by myself. Say what you want, but Sharpay and Ryan had full choreo, they practiced, they had a personal arrangement, okay, they put in the work. Meanwhile, these two show up late, sing the same song but slower, and they get a callback audition because, ooh, the drama teacher was there listening the whole time. This is when everyone teams up to keep Gabriella and Troy in their place as we get other people getting shunned in this banger.
Why is everybody staring at me? Not me. You. Because of the callbacks? I can't have people staring at me. I really can't. Stick to the stuff you know. If you wanna be cool, follow one simple rule. Don't mess with the flow, no.
Also, growing up is realizing that Zeke is the best basketball player. He bakes.
I love to bake. Strudel, scones, even apple pan dowdy.
And has a crush on Sharpay, which will come back later.
Well, I just thought maybe you could watch me play ball sometime or something.
Evaporate, tall person.
I bake. That helps.
And growing up is also realizing that Gabriella just kind of talks like a baby the whole time.
Did you ever feel like there's this whole other person inside of you just looking for a way to come out?
Do you remember in kindergarten how you'd meet a kid and know nothing about them, then 10 seconds later you were playing like you were best friends? Singing with you felt like that. And thanks for showing me your top secret hiding place. Like kindergarten.
I know this movie's for kids, but we don't have to have her pretend to be one.
Do you remember when we would play as kids and everyone was nice to you?
Kindergarten feels like yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, I'm 17, not 7. Everyone takes everything so seriously in this cinematic universe.
Miss, I'm sorry, this is a closed practice.
Dad, come on, practice is over.
Until the last player leaves the gym. Team rule.
Troy's dad is especially extremely dramatic and is rude to Gabriella.
That girl shows up.
That girl is named Gabriella. She's very nice. Dad, she's not a problem. She's just a girl.
But you're not just a guy, Troy.
You're not just a guy, Troy. Brother, this is high school basketball. Troy's like 5'8" too. He's almost got no shot in the NBA anyway. Please calm down.
What spell has this elevated IQ temptress girl cast that suddenly makes you want to be in a musical?
Dude, what are you saying? For guys who hate drama, they sure know how to be dramatic.
Why would she put his picture in her refrigerator?
One of her crazy diet ideas. Look, I don't attempt to understand the female mind, Troy.
I don't recommend it, brother. My mind is an enigma. You wouldn't last a day in the asylum that they raised me. So they plot to be the worst friends ever and break them up via the worst intervention possible.
The thunderclap.
And they live stream Troy in an IRL stream on kick.com in like film grade quality to Gabriella. And now she gets her sad girl solo where she caresses the railings, and during the climax of the song, she approaches this massive poster of Troy. This shit is funny. So they're both sad and their friends realize what they did was really mean. So they make up and now support their passions.
If singing is something you want to do, we should be boosting you up, not tearing you down.
Yeah, even if you turn out to be the worst singer in the world.
Troy and Gabriella also make up, but now Sharpay and Ryan convince the theater teacher to move the callback auditions to be the same day and time as the math decathlon and the basketball big game, in order to sabotage Gabriella and Troy so they can't make it to the auditions. But they're just so good, they do them all at the same time. Monique, Gabriella's best friend, literally cuts power to the gym during the game so that everyone will shuffle into the auditorium. But not before Bop to the Top, the song they included the tutorial for in the DVD bonus extra, so now I can not only sing along, but dance along.
Slip and slide and ride that rhythm. Jump and cut, hop till we drop and start again. 6 steps up, flop like a mop.
She's really good.
They sing Breaking Free and everyone loves it, and we get this crazy transition back to the gym. The movie ends with "We're all in this together" that basically summarizes the entire movie in the lyrics.
We're not the same, we're different in a good way. Together's where we belong.
Oh, wait. I baked you some cookies.
Ew.
Nice game.
I said this would come back later, and has a crush on Sharpay, which will come back later. See? I didn't lie. The post-credit scene I thought was actually worth mentioning because it's Sharpay finally trying Zeke's baked goods, and it's just really cute. I just thought it was cute, okay?
These cookies are genius. The best things I've ever tasted. Will you make some more for me, Zeke?
I might even make you a creme brulee.
So that was High School Musical, but the real depth lies, boop, in its successor, High School Musical 2. And then the kind of forgotten one where they're like deciding what college they want to go to, that's the third one. So if you want me to cover those and cover the entire series like I did with Twilight, let me know in the comments, please. But the second one, I remember there was like a Miley Cyrus cameo, so that was very hype as a Miley Cyrus fan. We had Fabulous with Sharpay at the pool, which was so iconic. This little number with the pots and the pans, but someone made an edit where it's just what it would sound like without the music. But like after watching this, I'm kind of inclined to say that, hot take, High School Musical 2 might be better. Like sure, this was a good intro to the series, but like, have you noticed how many fucking montages there are in this movie? You got the main plot, which is something that could fit in like a 20-minute Disney Channel episode, because they just repeat the same things over and over again. Okay, Chad, I get it. You don't like theater kids. I don't really either. Contrary to popular belief, I am not a theater kid, and I was not a theater kid. I just like I just like songs that happen to be in musicals, okay? Shut the fuck up. But in between the 20 minutes worth of plot, there's montages for everything. Okay, we got a montage here. Okay, we're montaging again. Let's go. Another montage for the decathlon show. Oh my god, half this movie is montages. Now, you might have thought that this was just a review for High School Musical, but it's really just a Trojan horse so I can talk about the DVD of this thing. Did you know there's actually a bonus song on the soundtrack? And the DVD has the exclusive music video for it, which you definitely cannot find on YouTube now. It's called Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, and this song wasn't in the movie at all, but the music video features them in the studio, presumably recording for it, which is hilarious because let's address the Troy Bolton in the room. Zac Efron does not sing that much in this movie. I know a lot of you know this, but for those who don't, another actor and singer, Drew Seeley, actually sang a majority of Zac Efron's parts for the first movie. Learning this info when I was younger, I thought that Drew Seeley sang all of Zac Efron's parts, but actually it's a little more interesting than that. Apparently Drew Seeley also auditioned for the part of Troy, but they didn't cast him and instead used his vocals to blend it with Zac Efron's voice. So we can actually hear it now that Zac sang some of the lower parts, like here.
We're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
And then it switches to Drew's voice when it gets higher, like here.
You know the world can see us in a way that's different than who we are.
I can't believe that I didn't hear that these were different people the whole time. Imagine being a dumb kid. Couldn't be me. I took home second place. From what I could find, Zac Efron does sing his own parts in the next movies, and he's actually improved quite a lot. You can really tell that they threw him into vocal lessons for these. Just prepping him for High School Musical 4, The Greatest Showman, even though it's nothing like High School Musical. Anyway, subscribing will cause you great joy and profound happiness. Welcome to another episode of I Found Something Mildly Infuriating that I looked more into, and now I'm furious. Imagine yourself shopping on Amazon.com for some new slippers. You see these ones that look particularly comfy, and you go down this rabbit hole and find out they're called cloud slippers. Popping cloud slippers into the search bar, you're met with hundreds or thousands of results from brands like Tobvazoo, Bronax, Joomra, Vrpk, and Olch. These two are literally the same picture, they don't even try to hide it. So many of these products don't look like unique versions of the same shoe. They look identical, down to the same photo being used on Amazon. Because most likely, they are the exact same product, being sold for similar prices through different front-facing companies. This is a result of something called drop shipping, and I know a lot of you know what drop shipping is, okay, but a lot of people don't. Like, Joe Biden. You think he knows what dropshipping is? Having manufacturers sell the same mass-produced product to different companies to sell to customers is not a new phenomenon, but it's gotten worse. Like way worse, and way more prevalent with the convenience of online shopping. Online shopping has made life for a lot of people easier, more convenient, and more affordable in a lot of cases, and we can't deny that. But at the same time, it's caused a hyper-consumerism madness, an influx of cheaply made, shitty products from factories across the world, whether that be China, Mexico, Indonesia, to reach more people faster than ever. Since we don't physically see much of a product anymore before buying it, it can be hard to tell that this cloud slipper being marketed as soft and cloud-like is actually just hard plastic. It's not very soft, trust me, I've seen it in store. Now this concept neither crossed my radar nor bothered me so much until everyone started talking about and demonizing this Amazon competitor, so as they market themselves as, Temu. Or Temu. I don't know anymore.
Temu has become the most downloaded shopping app in the United States. Temu is cheaper, aggressively promotional, programmed to sell you useless stuff, and it's totally addictive.
Already, we're showing the stats. 51 million monthly active users. It's the #1 most downloaded app in this country.
Lightning deals ending today. 90% off electronics and home sales down to 39 cents.
What blew my mind about this whole debate at the time was that Temu wasn't doing anything new that Amazon wasn't already doing. So I was perplexed as to why everyone was acting like Temu was some sort of new evil. Terrible working conditions, alleged sweatshop labor, and extremely cheap items that make it feel like you're browsing through wish.com, if you know what that is. Like this 87-cent avocado slicer, how is it on sale for 87 cents? It was already $2. And I wrote down 87 cents, but when you go to it now, it's 58 cents. The prices could how does it keep going down? Like, they have to be losing money on this. Let's look at the reviews. Cheap. Well, yeah. And not knowing if this product would even make it to you at all, or arriving to you broken. Let's get something straight before we continue, because I think it's important to know. Sit down, class, because Professor Balls is here. No, I still cannot see. Okay. There we go. Dropshipping, by definition, is when an online store sells a mass-produced product directly to consumers without ever keeping that item in stock. It comes directly from the manufacturer. The dropshipping company has to do little work to get this going. They don't supply the items, they have little control over the quality of the items, and the items are not unique to that store. Dropshippers usually have no deal with the manufacturer to work with them exclusively. It's just anyone can sell the thing, which is why there are 10 of the same cloud slipper on Amazon. Also, TikTok Shop is full of these. Then there's white labeling, when a third party creates a product or service, and then it's rebranded by another company to sell as if it were their own. The company that's reselling typically doesn't have control over the product quality or how it's made, but they control their own branding, marketing, and typically take on the responsibility of having inventory. A good example of this is Dollar Shave Club. They purchase their razors in bulk for a lower price, this is called wholesaling, from another company and brands them as their own. They hold the inventory or hire someone else to, and offer the service of delivering razors and plenty of other products to your door every month. This is a good example of white labeling, but there are plenty of lazy examples as well. By the way, if you just need the razors, they sell them on Amazon for 1/4 of the price. You're welcome. Lastly, we have private labeling. Sometimes private labeling and white labeling are used interchangeably, but it really depends on the contract that the company has behind the scenes with the manufacturer. Private labeling is like the standard way in which you would think that products are developed. The purchasing company works closely with the manufacturer to create a unique product, customizing it to their liking, branding, and selling it as if it were theirs. because it is. Trader Joe isn't cultivating the yogurt himself, but they work closely with a company that makes yogurt and probably has an exclusivity contract so that their yogurt is their yogurt with their formula. A recent example of private labeling is Pokemon's minus Midnight Cookies. Yes, the cookies that everyone was really up in arms about, claiming it was drop shipping or just white labeling. It actually technically was private labeling. According to her and her team, they worked closely with a company to make the cookies and customize the ingredients, the amounts, they added vitamins or whatever to their liking with 2 years in the works, thus releasing Mina cookies. Cannot pronounce that. While many products are similar to another of its kind, it's not the same exact thing that anyone can choose to sell. She's not drop shipping cookies that she has no control over. Sometimes it can be hard for us as consumers on the front end to see and discern what companies are doing behind the scenes past the product. So when you hear Twitter users throwing around the term drop shipping to the point where they're calling every product drop shipping and it's lost all meaning, now you know. Okay, we're about to get into a doozy, as they call it, and film into the night, and this is definitely not being filmed the morning after. So I'm gonna need a meal break with Factor bars. 2-minute microwave meals that actually taste good and get delivered right to your door. They have meal kits for every diet, whether that be vegetarian, vegan, calorie smart, or literally none of those and you just want some yummy yums in your tummy tum. You can choose from their menu of over 35 weekly meals and add-ons like smoothies, my personal favorite. And now these wellness shots that you can get for free using my link. These wake you up, let me tell you that much. Bust these out at your next rager. They save time when I'm busy writing or just feeling extremely lazy and I don't want to cook, let's be real. Here's a quick tutorial, ready, set, go. Take off the protective film, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, or oven if you're fancy, plate it beautifully, and dinner is served. It's super easy to get started, just head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code GATEKEEP50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and free wellness shots for life. You get 2 free wellness shots from 3 available flavors for every order while you're an active subscriber. Thanks to Factor for sponsoring, and now let's get into the juicy stuff, and I'm not just talking about my Factor mail. A lot of the exact same products you see on Amazon are on Temu, and it's spilled over to Etsy, a site that's supposed to be a marketplace for handmade, custom, or vintage goods from small sellers or just individuals. I made the mistake of wanting higher quality earrings instead of the $4 earrings from Forever 21 that turned green in a week, like these ones. So I went on Etsy to try to find handmade jewelry made from higher quality metals and to support small businesses in the process, because I'm a good person. And it was flooded with tons of cute earrings from one seller, taking up 39 out of the 48 spots on the front page. Caitlin Minimalist. Everything about her profile touts that this is a small business from someone named Caitlin. Handcrafted with love, it says on the Etsy store profile. On Instagram, this company is Asian female founded. And again, jewelry crafted with love. Opie, come here. Yes, she's so cute. I was ready to buy from this small Asian female-owned business. This small business with almost 3 million sales and 30 employees, where several of their products are found on Alibaba.com, a dropshipping or wholesale website for cheap, mass-produced goods to markup. Like this $3 ring she sells for $27, while marketing it as a higher quality product than it actually is. I mean, all the listings say it's handmade, which is just an outright lie. Okay, I should probably clarify that while earrings are made in factories overseas, they are technically handmade at certain points, just at mass production scale with often poorly paid workers, questionable working conditions, and at worst, which we'll get into later, forced labor, which is not the connotation we typically associate with marketing something as handmade. And every product on their own website says that they're handmade as well. And it shows, because people on Reddit have become suspicious of this seller, also finding their own examples of their products on Alibaba, and complaints about the cheapness of the ring and how quickly it tarnishes. It's $3 for a reason. The 18-karat gold finish might be so thin that it rubs off pretty easily, exposing the silver underneath with no coating, leaving it to tarnish. This pair, I found the exact same photo, and you can tell because the reflections in the earrings are identical, on another jeweler's website of handmade jewelry, selling it for $138. I was wondering who stole from who at this point, when I noticed that Judith's photo is much more cropped in than Caitlyn's. And then I found tons of Caitlyn minimalist jewelry on this other website selling her $20 earrings for nearly $100 a piece. What is going on? Continuing my search, I found them on Amazon, Etsy, and AliExpress. Warning, this product can expose you to chemicals including lead and cadmium, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer. It may contain lead? What? I don't even know what the source of these images really are. Whose product is this, and who stole from who? It just makes you question whether these are really carefully crafted and made to last. And if these photos are really theirs, which I suspect that they are because all the photos on their website look like they were shot by the same person, get out of here. Then that just perpetuates the ginormous problem for sellers of lying on the internet to sell your drop-shipped product that might not actually be what's advertised. Once again, people just go on the internet and tell lies? Unbelievable. If you look into it more, you'll see that Caitlyn Minimalist products ship from California. So it couldn't be drop shipping where it comes directly from the factory in Alibaba, right? Well, this is a great example of what thousands of companies do these days, which is order in bulk wholesale from a manufacturer in China, order it to a company on American soil that will fulfill orders for you as they come in. It's an extra step from just drop shipping, and what this does is ensure that customers don't have to wait 2 months to get their item directly from China, like Temu, which we'll get into later. And it makes shipping overall cheaper as well. Instead of hundreds of individual orders shipping from China, you pay for one bulk package to the US or wherever. So unlike dropshipping, they technically run the risk of having overflow of unsold goods. We'll also get into later that this is how a lot of dropshippers just ship wholesale direct to Amazon fulfillment centers to have their products shipped out by Amazon themselves. Since it's almost impossible to tell what the source of every single product ever is, another way that their jewelry could have ended up on Alibaba.com is if they worked directly with the manufacturer to create a unique design, but then this manufacturer just directly uploaded the product themselves to Alibaba. Another way that this could happen is if it's just the same Alibaba manufacturer, but on Etsy. If the same manufacturer just has this American-looking front-facing business. Like, I don't think this specific one is, but that is something that happens. So once again, tell me how 3 million orders are handmade with 30 employees? They're not. Whether they're wholesaling or drop shipping, they're not handmade. Not with love, at least. It doesn't take a genius to know that, but I just found it surprising when I found the source of where these products might have come from, and the very deceptive and dishonest marketing that they do. Now I know what you're thinking, because I like to bully myself in the back of my mind when I'm writing scripts. This is the most basic way a lot of retailers function. Obviously, Caitlyn isn't painstakingly making 2 million pieces of jewelry handmade by herself. Trader Joe isn't crafting each delicious samosa for my consumption. At its core, many businesses outsource some product from someone else and sell it for a profit. But the difference usually lies in the honesty, work put into it, and quality of the product. Caitlyn may be, allegedly for example, selling cheap Chinese factory jewelry on a website for handmade small business goods for 9 times the price, claiming that it's handmade when it's not. Taking up 81% of the first page results for earrings for suspiciously affordable prices, pushing real Etsy sellers out of the search results. Oh, and did I mention several items from this store are Etsy's pick? Apparently hand-selected by Etsy's style experts for quality items. I'm not so sure that this store and stores like them should be allowed on Etsy. Unfortunately, they're far from the only one, as they're just taking advantage of Etsy's lack of care, because it obviously makes them a ton of money. Etsy users and sellers have been complaining about mass-produced drop-shipped items on Etsy for a while. This company also sells on Amazon, and the blurb under all their products say, "We put our love and care into each piece we craft." Whether this brand is wholesaling or drop-shipping directly, it's still dishonest. And I don't like it. Like I said, this is far from an isolated incident on Etsy. It extends to rugs, bedding, doormats, furniture, clothing, lamps, pants, green goose, guava juice, milkshake, chocolate cake, and sellers like this first of all, make online shopping a hell, especially when you're trying to find quality or unique small business products without seeing them in person first. So it's easy to mask the quality in price and photos, pretend that it's handmade, and makes it impossible to shop because it's easier to overcharge for worse products. While we're here, let me give you some practical advice. Let me show you a quick way that you can check for yourself if you're getting overcharged, or check if the product you're interested in is a resold one or not. Who knows, you might find it cheaper on a different website as well. So I searched handmade on Etsy. Let's scroll down, let's find something we like. This mug seems pretty cute. Handcrafted ceramic mug for $19. This is pretty gosh darn cute, wouldn't you say? Well, here's what we're gonna do, and you can do this on most websites. You're gonna right click on the image, and you're gonna go to this silly little guy here that says search image with Google. And there's this new thing on Google Chrome that it will just pop up on the side, Google Lens. It's their like reverse image search. And wow. It's crazy how this handcrafted mug is on Amazon from Beaudeco and Shein. And this is the listing, Etsy and Walmart and Roomy Living and AliExpress and eBay. Wow, that's really cool. Oh look, it's even cheaper on Amazon. It's definitely the same mug, right? Like down to the imperfections in the mouth spots. What is it called? The rim. Down to the bottom of the mug being a slightly different material. You can see that here as well. This is the same mug is what I'm trying to say. Secondly, this forces out legitimate and honest small businesses from becoming successful and from being seen in a lot of places. This also creates a more challenging landscape where, for example, small handmade earring sellers now have to compete with cheap drop shippers who spend their time optimizing and hacking search engines on Amazon, Etsy, to have their listings live at the top of the search results. Since dropshipping has such a low barrier to entry, the market is overly saturated now with poor quality products that make it more difficult for consumers to discern the quality. If you're just straight up lying about it being handmade, then I'm not really getting what I'm paying for, am I? Ironically, in the age of unlimited access to online shopping, they're directly competing with giant dropshipping manufacturers and have to differentiate themselves in a crowded marketplace that ironically offers little variety due to the predatory practices of Amazon and companies like it forcing out competition, making it all so bad for the customer. But that's all part of running a small business. I hope you like the set change. I'm going for like a single man's apartment aesthetic. Baby. Competition and doing things better and smarter than your competitor are part of the game on how to be financially successful. Learning valuable marketing skills like search engine optimization and effective social media strategy are part of running an online business these days, whether you're selling hand sanitizer or blinker fluid. At some point, you could say don't hate the player, hate the game. That's just how things work now. But it's just that much more frustrating when your competitor has cutting corners methods of getting to the top, and more monetarily successful than you doing it. Life's not fair and dishonest people get to the top. I get it. I'm just standing here saying it's annoying. Because it is. You know what this feels like? It feels like the people who only want to do YouTube for the money without wanting to put any of the effort in to get there. So they automate everything and you get like the worst amalgamation of douchebag business bro who is selling a course, obviously. I own over 30 YouTube channels, a combined subs of over 10 million, a combined revenue of 60K a month. The best part? I don't even show my face, not in a single video. Here's how you can too. Model what works. I hate when people subscribe to the idea of originality. Isn't that right, guys? I hate when the creators I watch are original. Get that shit out of here. Originality is just a myth. Wow, that's how these people think. That's crazy. Monetize. Meditate on this. YouTube revenue is not just about AdSense rev. Diversify your income. It's also about community partnerships, product sales, affiliate marketing. Dude, this reads so much like I have no idea what I'm talking about. Here's another one. How is an automated YouTube channel ran? Roles include everything that running a YouTube channel has. Editing, script writing, voiceovering, ideation, like you can't even come up with ideas yourself. I never tell beginners to outsource and spend more money than they can afford in hiring a team. Learn each task on your own first. Your knowledge is the most valuable asset in building the channel. Once you start scaling and make money, then leverage your time by outsourcing. So your advice on how to be an automated YouTube channel is to outsource everything, but you actually have to become a successful YouTuber first in order to outsource everything. Perfect, I have no questions, thank you. But in our case, it's I want to be a successful entrepreneur with a shortcut, so I'm gonna dropship cheap goods directly to Amazon and watch the profits roll in. And also sell you a course on how to make a quick buck. Obviously.
Was that an AliExpress product?
Of course, brother.
So as you can see, this is the type of person that dropshipping is typically associated with in modern times. In the era of overly egotistical LA bros who invested in crypto on podcasts. While at first Amazon might have offered a fresh, new, reliable way to reach customers outside of your local area, at the same time, Amazon now controls 50% of online spending in the US, according to House investigations. Most online shoppers start their search on Amazon. Since Amazon is so dominant, small businesses feel forced to sell on Amazon in order to reach potential customers. In doing so, you have to pay Amazon. Like most website marketplace hubs, from Etsy to Craigslist, you have to pay to sell on there. On Amazon, you have to get a subscription plan, everyone's favorite, where you choose from either the limited individual plan for 99 cents per item sold, or the professional plan at $40 a month. So if you sell more than 40 things a month on Amazon, you should probably invest in the professional account. But hey, that's not so bad. Oh, but this is just the subscription plan. After you already pay them monthly, you have to pay additional fees based on what you're selling. If you're selling water bottles, you have to pay an extra 15% fee per each item sold. If someone requests a refund, it's either $5 or a 20% fee of the refunded amount, whichever is less. Once you're on Amazon, they now control your sales, which is a scary thing for your business to rely on, and here's why. I don't want to say forced, but basically you're guided to be part of the Fulfillment by Amazon program, where they house your inventory and handle shipping for you. This is what causes a product to have that beautiful blue Prime badge that ensures 2-day shipping and reliable returns. Having your product be Prime infinitely boosts your item in the Amazon algorithm and search results, at a cost. If the item you're selling is over £3 per se, that'll cost you an extra $7.25 per item. As you can see, it's pretty costly to sell on Amazon in the first place, especially when Amazon strictly limits contact between sellers and customers. Most sellers can't see the names and addresses of the people buying their products. They deliberately try and stop brand loyalty from happening on Amazon. And you'd think all these fees on sellers would cause products on Amazon to become more expensive, but things stay relatively affordable on there. Why? Well, dropshipping, first of all, keeps costs low, but Amazon also enforces prices to stay affordable through their bot that detects if a seller is offering a lower price on another website, and then demotes them in the search results, or even taking away their Prime badge, according to House investigations and Bloomberg. This can destroy a business's sales, since Amazon's monopolized the space so much that people need it for their businesses to survive, while competing with the businesses on their own website, considering them internal competitors. I know, it doesn't end. It feels like I'm calling my sister to gossip about my ex.
No way.
Yeah. And then he did this.
No way.
Yeah.
It's getting dark. House investigations and Wall Street Journal found, and I quote from ILSR.org, that Amazon has spied on sellers and appropriated data about their sales, costs, and suppliers. It's then used this information to create its own competing versions of their products, often giving its versions superior placement in the search results. Amazon has also been caught using its venture capital fund to invest in startups, only to steal those startups' ideas and create rival products and and services. In some cases, Amazon's decision to launch a competing product devastated the business in which it invested. Wow, that's the Amazon brand stuff that you see. They're out-competing the very people that pay to sell on Amazon. Not to mention, also according to House investigations, that they also destroy smaller companies by, for example, selling their diapers at a lower cost for long enough to destabilize diapers.com, forcing them into a merger. They've eliminated competition on Amazon itself with Amazon brand products and algorithm suppression. If you're not a dropshipper, you're losing money. Amazon favors and encourages it by the way they run the site. It ironically limits the variety of products for the consumers, while being in the most diverse era of online shopping possibilities. I feel like most people loosely knew that Amazon was an unethical company, but it just keeps going the more that I look at it. And I personally didn't know all of these specifics, and I know that there's probably more. Amazon's press center paints a different story, saying more than 60% of sales in Amazon's store are from independent sellers, most of which are small to medium-sized businesses. I wonder how many of those independent sellers are dropshippers. No, really. Like this mushroom nightlight being sold by 50 different sellers. That is cute, but the longer you look at it, the more you feel like you should look away. Actually, an article by Vox paints a bigger picture of this. Over 60% of Amazon's sales are from independent sellers, but almost half of these sellers are based in China. So presumably, at least a third of Amazon's sales are being dropshipped or mass-produced directly from China. Now add that to how many dropshippers source from those manufacturers, but are technically based in other countries like the US. The number? I have no idea. What are you asking me for? But it's more than a third, I can tell you that. Temu or Temu is like Amazon, but with cheaper stuff. And its endless scroll of cheap, non-essential, quirky items reminds you of Wish.com if you're familiar with that. According to them, Temu competes with Amazon by cutting out the middleman and offering wholesale prices. In other words, their entire site and business is dropshipping. Every order is shipped directly from the manufacturer to the customer. Temu doesn't hold any inventory, the exact definition of dropshipping. They say that they're streamlining the supply chain, and this is how their prices stay so low. Well, there's that, and since items come directly from factories, they're usually in smaller separate packages that avoid the tax on shipments over $800 to the US. Thirdly, well, the US Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party, God, they need an acronym, released an interim report alleging, okay, don't sue me, please, that there's an extremely high risk Temu's supply chain uses forced Uyghur labor, an ethnic group that, in simple terms, China doesn't like very much, which is not only illegal in the US, but very, very bad. Like I said earlier, plenty of Temu products exist on Amazon, so yeah, whether Amazon wants it there or not. It can be pretty difficult to really trace back the source of the materials for anything you buy, and even for sellers. AliExpress works similarly, selling directly to consumers and connecting dropshippers directly to manufacturers. Alibaba is designed to only connect companies with mass-producing manufacturers. But it's not only for direct-to-consumer dropshipping. For example, people will also get supplies from here for their businesses in bulk, like blank t-shirts, blank phone cases, and UV printers to print onto those cases. So now we know why dropshipping kinda sucks for consumers and for other sellers, and how companies like Amazon, Temu, AliExpress, etc. may thrive off of it. And where there's a way to make a quick buck, there's a will to sell a course to make a quick buck.
Here's the best way to start dropshipping if you're completely brand new to this business and have never even done it before.
These are just a few of the products I sell on Amazon that make me over $20,000 every single month.
I bet you're wondering what's the best business model I could start right now. The answer is easy. It's dropshipping.
You may or may not have seen sponsored posts like this on TikTok or Instagram stories. They make it tempting, showing you how much money they presumably make from dropshipping.
I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how me and my team are able to do numbers like this on a consistent basis.
These size coffee glasses make me over $5,000 a month. And these thank you cards make me over $10,000 a month.
I make too much money in other places.
And they always talk to you as if they can teach you the big secret, and all you have to do is sign up for their course. You too can live the lavish lifestyle with
Practically zero effort.
yeah, there we go. You too can pretend you're a big, smart businessman with zero knowledge, work ethic, experience, or expertise. Just choose the right product from AliExpress.
So at this point, you guys, all we're doing is actually finding a winning product.
I used data that comes straight from Amazon that shows me exactly how many people are looking to buy items just like these.
Product that basically you could spray beer into people's mouths. I was like, bro, I promise you this will do well. Just like take a chance on it. First week, right? Messages me, yo, we've got 3 million views on the video overnight, right? I was like, why have we not got any sales? What's going on? Open my phone, logged in, 3K sales. We finished that day, 14K in one day.
God. Okay, that editing is actually making me motion sick. Holy shit. Okay. Now you're gonna make a Shopify website, which by the way takes 5 minutes with a free template and offers a 3 months for $1 promotion to sell the product.
I don't even make these.
Market the product.
For marketing, all we're gonna be doing is scrolling through here and literally just watching these videos and remaking them ourselves.
Then profit.
All I do is figure out the products I want to sell, put them on Amazon, and watch the sales roll in.
Wait, no, first sign up for the course.
So make sure you just go ahead and go here and then go right here so I could show you and teach you the rest. So first you're just gonna want to pull out your phone and you're just gonna want to open up TikTok. Once you're on TikTok.
I'm watching this on TikTok. This goes for most of these online courses, especially those that want to teach you how to make a quick buck. They love acting like they're gonna teach you some big secret so you sign up for their course. It reminds me of MLM recruitment messages. I feel like we need a new color for this. Hey girly, haven't talked to you in forever. I just wanted to let you know of this opportunity that helped me be financially free and allowed me to become a digital nomad. Can I send you the info? You could make around $5,000 a week with this opportunity just working for yourself. I also have a course on how to do it. Just make sure you go to my profile and click the link in my bio. Hope to see you there. I want to go back to this guy I talked about earlier because he is clearly nervous, first of all. He can't even explain what the product he was drop shipping even is.
My most profitable product was these sanitizing tablets that you would utilize for like cleaning clothes. So you would put them in the dishwasher, you would put them in the washing machine or in the plate washer.
It's a tablet for cleaning clothes that you put in the dishwasher or the plate washer or the washing machine. Sorry, what is it? It's like all these guys want to be Mark Cuban on Shark Tank and idolize Jordan Belfort with completely missing the point of Wolf of Wall Street entirely. Then he has to come big balling over the other guys to prove himself, dropping the most lukewarm knowledge of all time as if it was a bomb of wisdom and insider business know-how.
Was that an AliExpress product?
Of course, brother.
But how do you, what are the logistics?
Everything. When you say AliExpress product, what do you mean? Let's break down the myth of AliExpress.
What myth, brother? What are you talking about? Is there a myth surrounding AliExpress?
Do you know that AliExpress are actually dropshippers? Mm-hmm. It's people that are dropshipping manufacturers.
Yeah, dude. If you didn't know that, he wouldn't have asked. Did you know it was... You're talking about you drop shipping on this podcast.
It's people that are drop shipping manufacturers.
Yeah.
So when you say AliExpress, only a noob drop shipper pulls anything from AliExpress.
I had to get more context from this clip because he ends it off by saying only a noob dropshipper pulls anything from AliExpress. So I'm gonna pwn this guy epic style noob 360 no scope on Rust by looking into where a pro dropshipper sources his products, like him. Okay, in the meantime of finding the context for this clip, there are YouTube shorts of this podcast he posted. He's not the host of the podcast, by the way, he was a guest. But there's this one clip they turned into a TikTok
To say $10,000 is a lot of money, it's not a lot of money.
Per day.
Per day, bro. It's not a lot of money. It is nothing. It's nothing in the context of what I want to accomplish. If you can live off of $10,000, very fine. For what I'm trying to accomplish in life, it's not enough. I have to feed 100 families. In order to build operations of scale, you need to make a lot of money. To think that, oh, it's a lot of money is capping your mentality and possibility of scaling. So to me, not a lot of money. No,
Are you saying it just to get a clip?
No, you need the mindset of saying, hey, there's potential, there's scalability, as opposed to saying, this is enough, this is good. People can say this is enough, this is good, and they can cap themselves there. I just choose not to.
What do you mean you're feeding 100 families? Is he the guy that was a serial sperm donor and now he's the father of like 200 children? Was that him? And then he gets called out by one of the hosts asking if he's just saying this to get a clip.
Are you saying it just to get a clip?
He's just saying shit and thinks he has a point. He's like the definition of saying a whole lot of nothing and pretending it's profound. Also, just obviously $10,000 is a lot of money. I get his point that if you cap your mentality at thinking that 10K is a lot, then you'll never have the mindset to achieve more. Which, by the way, is kind of wrong. You can still make a lot of money and recognize and be thankful that it is a lot of money and be proud of the achievements that it took to get there. It's not capping yourself. You're just saying like, hey, that's a lot. That's pretty cool. Anyway, back to finding the context for that one clip.
Only a noob dropshipper pulls anything from AliExpress because people from China are listing and dropshipping those same products and then going to the manufacturers. I have my own manufacturing. I have my own 3PLs. I have my own private party logistics. So in the essence of, can you find my products on AliExpress? Sure, because manufacturers can literally post them there, like you would post them on Amazon, but they weren't AliExpress products. They were sourced and manufactured by my own team.
So translating dropship bro to English, basically what he's saying is what I mentioned earlier, is that he and his team made original products using those manufacturers in China, and that manufacturer took that product and put it on AliExpress themselves. Then he developed his own supply chain methods and started managing inventory, which is what 3PLs is. As the host calls out, this is just not dropshipping anymore.
You start scaling even higher, you have to call the manufacturer, see if they can produce in time. So it goes from drop shipping, quickly becomes e-commerce.
Yeah, so that's not drop shipping into that.
It's that, well, you transition from it, right?
So only a noob dropshipper sources from AliExpress, and a pro one sources from the same factories on AliExpress. Got it. Genius. He goes on to talk about how the top dogs test with dropshipping and then immediately go into white labeling when it works. And they talk about how he made his fortune from dropshipping and then investing all of that into crypto.
So you had this huge come up with dropshipping and then you funneled that money into crypto.
All of it.
While the barrier to entry in dropshipping is low and the market is overly saturated with dropshippers, I should say that not everyone succeeds in it. People use it as a get-rich-quick idea to sell a course, but you still need some know-how in order to be really successful at it. I looked more into this dude's advice, and it's clear he just wants to be TikTok Gary Vee.
At some point, something has to fucking give. At some point, you just have to be sick and tired of being fucking sick and tired. Here, look at the dude sleeping. Look at the dude sleeping. That's most of you motherfuckers, bro.
He thinks the only valuable end goal in life is to achieve endgame capitalism. Like, he wants to get to the point in Animal Crossing where you take over Tom Nook's flesh. And he offers some genuine marketing and business advice if you can see through the alpha male bullshit. And of course, it all leads back to selling a course that's $369 a year, or about $30 a month.
Stress, my fellow glitches, is the silent killer. Let me repeat that. Stress is the silent killer. Everything is designed to cause stress in your life. A lot of you are out here chasing women, chasing relationships,
Wait a minute.
chasing that. And
Who is this guy? That's not the same guy.
More headaches, more problems to your bag that are going to equate to more
What
stress.
is this video
but it doesn't
again?
stop there. And a lot of you want to be winners, a lot of you want to build businesses, a lot of you want to have your dream life, but you can't tame something like stress. And if you can't tame it, my friend, it's going to kill you.
I swear, some people will do anything but just go to therapy. You can be financially successful and invest time into a healthy relationship and a happy life that doesn't only revolve around money. That's my advice. Now give me $30. Come on, fork it over. fork it over. And under the veil of filming videos in his Rolls Royce on purpose, he explains generally what products to market to what audience and how to market effectively, which is a lot easier than it sounds to just make a TikTok go viral instantly and sell millions. Though like YouTube, where there's a low barrier to entry, there are lots of people willing to take advantage and cheat to get to the top. Like just straight up copying someone else's TikTok.
What we're gonna be doing is scrolling through here and literally just watching these videos and remaking them ourselves.
Or lazily copy pasting someone else's YouTube script into your video.
We created Willy Wonka's chocolate factory in real life. We're spending the next 100 hours in go-kart.
I gathered some of my friends, and whichever one of us builds the craziest Minecraft item to impress.
In this briefcase, I have $25,000. There are 10 YouTubers, and I have 5 days to double. Here's why. One of my favorite YouTubers,
That's Mr. B Silent.
I recreated every single step from Squid Game in real life.
This is Mr. B Silent, the island that this contestant won during his
We're surviving the next 24 hours in this desert, but the only thing we have is
I rented a $1 million a night hotel room.
And I also
rented $1,000.
It's the same fucking thing.
Like, have you no shame?
Hey son, does this give you a headache? Me too.
And yes, it also gives me a headache.
My point is that this isn't unique to dropshipping, but god, it's still annoying in every genre. So, even after all we've covered today, no one is the perfect consumer and no one is the perfect seller. Lots of us still have iPhones and... So I don't think it's very productive to name and shame people who choose to buy from these services. It's almost impossible to trace back the source of every single item you've ever owned. There's also something to be said about the culture of today's hyper-consumerism and buying a ton of cheap stuff you don't need, which is how Temu thrives. If you want my personal opinion, and you don't have to agree with this, I think you should do what's best for your morals, ethics, and budget. And I just wanted to spread what I've learned about this so you can now make educated decisions on what you want to do, because not everyone can afford $1,000 earrings to make sure that they're handmade and made out of pure gold that's ethically sourced. So don't worry, I'm not going to come to your house and bully you and throw rocks at your window. I know you were worrying about that, but I'm not going to do it. I won't. Yeah, so... why don't skeletons fight each other? They have no guts! I'm just trying to end this off on a high note.